Virgin Orbit investigates devastating rocket failure as future launches remain unclear. After a promising start, the historic launch, the first ever from UK soil, saw the Launcher 1 of Virgin Orbit leave the Earth's atmosphere but fail to reach its target orbit, with the rocket and its payload burning up on re-entry. Virgin Orbit has begun investigating the failure of yesterday's rocket launch, but have vowed to return to orbit as soon as the root cause has been identified and corrected. The initial stages of the so-called Start Me Up mission went smoothly when the Cosmic Girl, the 747 airliner, converted into a launch platform. It took off from Spaceport Cornwall with a 70-foot-long Launcher 1 rocket under its wing and was then released above the Atlantic Ocean. It initially appeared to be on course for success, with the second stage igniting and the rocket reaching space. However, just before midnight last night, as Virgin Orbit tweeted that we appear to have an anomaly that has prevented us from reaching orbit, we are evaluating the information. Express UK has approached Virgin Orbit for comment on the future plans for launches from UK soil. While Cosmic Girl, piloted by RAF Squadron Leader Matthew Stannard, safely returned back to Spaceport Cornwall, Launcher 1 ultimately fell back towards Earth, burning during atmospheric re-entry. Lost with it is the rocket's payload of satellites, which were intended to be placed into orbit on behalf of 7 different commercial and governmental customers for several nations. It's understood that the satellites were insured, and thus their manufacturers and operators will be compensated for this loss. This is the first time that a Launcher 1 mission bearing payloads for other organizations has failed to successfully deliver such to orbit as promised. When it's unclear when Virgin Orbit will be in a position to attempt another mission with their Cosmic Girl, the Launcher 1 system. The UK Space Agency have said that this year will nevertheless see more rocket launches from British soil. These, however, will be of the traditional vertical variety, with both Skyrora and Orbex looking to launch missions from Scotland later this year. Virgin Orbit CEO Dan Hart said, "While we are very proud of the many things that we successfully achieved as part of this mission, we're mindful that we failed to provide our customers with the launch service they deserve." The first time, the nature of this mission added layers of complexity to our team professionally managed through. However, in the end, the technical failure appears to have prevented us from delivering the final orbit. We will work tirelessly to understand the nature of the failure, make corrective actions, and return to orbit as soon as we have completed a full investigation and mission reassurance process. Spaceport Cornwall head Melissa Thorpe said that the outcome of yesterday's mission left her absolutely devastated. She says, "We're so incredibly proud of everything we've achieved with our partners and friends across the space industry. Here in the UK and the US, we made it to space a UK first," she said. "Today, we inspired millions. We will continue to look to inspire millions more, not just with our ambition, but also with our fortitude. Yes, space is hard, but we are only just getting started," she said. The UK Space Agency's Director of Commercial Spaceflight, Matt Archer, said, "We have shown the UK is capable of launching into orbit, but the launch last night was not successful in reaching the required orbit. We'll work closely with Virgin Orbit as they investigate what caused the anomaly in the coming days and weeks." While this result is disappointing, launching a spacecraft always carries significant risks. Despite this, the project has succeeded in creating a horizontal launch capability at Spaceport Cornwall, and we remain committed to becoming a leading power provider of commercial small satellite launch in Europe by 2030, with vertical launches planned from Scotland. Speaking on ITV's Good Morning Britain earlier, Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy Grant Shapps said, "We'll be doing a lot of postmortems to find out exactly what happened. Space is inherently difficult," he said. And this is on Express UK by Ian Randall. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box